Hello everyone, it's Kevin, and today I'm gonna print a Skaven alchemist. I'm on my mini factory. The model is from Polygrim. It's kind of a fantasy rat with some potion and a tank of stuff behind him. It's really fantasy, pretty nice, should be fun, so let's go. So here I just put the two models together. Like when you just import in Anycubic, you have a really tiny one. I'm not even sure how big is it, but it's super tiny. You have to upscale the model. I think mine was set around 42 mil. I kind of like this scale. It's a bit bigger than 32 and you have more room to play with. And it's not like a huge model either, so that's kind of nice. Here I'm just going around, I'm adding a bunch of support. First I'm adding a lot of like medium and stuff at the bottom. And then I'm going with some light after to do all the details. There was quite a lot to put around, but it was fine. I didn't try to be super like tidy. So what I did here, I just went around every time I saw an island or a small detail, I just added a support. I could have used the new feature from Anycubic where you can branch from one support, but I just decided to just go around, add support and then clean up like I'm doing right now. So it might sound like a bit more work, but that's okay. Sometimes you just go with the feeling. And that's it, the print came out pretty quick and pretty nicely. The details are really nice. I had the usual cleanup to do at the back and the bottom, but it was pretty easy. I went ahead, I used the base that I had laying around and I've primed the model and zenithal highlighted with the brush and dry brush. I'm gonna see how it goes. The weather was too bad to use the radar can. I didn't want any like particle around the model and regret later, so should be better like this. And this one's probably gonna be fun. Let's go. Okay, let's go with the base coat. Here, tell me what you think. What I've done, I used the digital zoom on the camera. So I'm really zoomed in. The quality I think is still okay. And maybe it's better to see what I'm doing. So tell me what do you think about this, if I should continue to do a lot of zoom in like this. So I'm doing some of the base coat. I'm using khaki for the coat here. A lot of brown behind for the jackets, the plank and everything. I decided to paint the rat gray. Here I'm using some wash. I have some new wash from Army Painter and they're a bit different. I kind of like them. They seem nice, so I'm using it on the wood. I think there is a lot of tiny detail who can be really like popping out with the wash. And now I'm just trying to brighten the top of the planks here. So I'm glazing up, trying to bring some brightness over. I'm doing the edge highlight as well. And I just went slow. Every time I didn't try to go crazy contrast. I went step by step. And when I was done, I'm like, okay, do I need to go brighter? And then I go over with some brighter highlight over and over. So this took me time, but it was nicer, like the result was nicer if I was gonna take my time. I'm doing the same on the coat. So what I decided first is to give some volume, so I'm tracing some of my like shadow and highlight over around the whole coat. And then slowly I'm gonna just brighten only one side of it. So here, as you can see, I have volume all around the coat, and now I'm adding some yellow to the highlight. Instead of only pure white or anything, I'm going more on the yellowish side, and I'm just gonna glaze mostly on the left side of the coat. Later on I decide to just darken a bit of the other side as well. Here I'm having a really like diluted khaki, and I'm just trying to darken the right side a tiny bit. I'm doing exactly the same here on the backpack. So I'm going for a laser look, same for the straps, the belt. I started with the dark brown and then I used the laser color and I just glazed over and over. I gave my shape first and then later on with some brighter yellow I've tried to give some highlight mostly on one side, the same side of the coat. I'm adding some tiny details as well if I can. Here for the plank I use a brown with some red, so I think I used the same brown as the backpack, but I added red on it, going for like a, I don't know, cedar kind of look for the wood. And I'm brightening again with yellow for the wood as well. It keeps the whole thing coherent, I think. Here the kind of undershirt and pants, I went with purple, which is the only one kind of different. Everything was with a warm highlight, but I was like, okay, let's do another color just to change a bit. And here for the rat, I'm trying to do the fur. One by one, I'm going with some small brighter gray, kind of white almost. I'm doing small strokes. The mini is really tiny, so I struggle a little bit, especially on the legs and arms. Here I'm hiding some details with there was some metallic part around, and I'm doing the goggles right now. I went for orange. I've tried to have a smooth transition between the dark side and the bright side, but it's so tiny I had to just do layer basically and then put the reflection on top. But the result is fine, so that's good. I'm doing the same on all those potions here. I'm using a green, trying to bring some highlight, some reflection to it. And then after I'm doing the base. Pretty simple base, but good. Okay, I'm finished with the Skaven Alchemist. This one was really fun to paint. I really enjoy. It took me quite a lot of time. I'm just really slow. If I try hard, obviously I'm going to spend more time on it, and for my level it's quite hard, so I'm really happy with the results. Everything that I was trying to achieve kind of came out pretty nicely, so that's great. Playing with color and contrast was really nice, and yeah, I think I improved in the painting side of the thing, so that's great. If you enjoyed the video and the mini, leave me a like, subscribe for more, and see you next time. Bye.